What's up, everybody? You beautiful people of Hexaco. How are we doing today? Chaos in the crypto world, guys. Pure chaos. Pure chaos. I figured I'd make a stream just to talk through it, man. It's like, I mean, this is just better than a Netflix documentary, and it's happening in real life. it's incredible. I would have never guessed. But at the same time, it's like, well, centralized exchange goes down. That happens all the time. I would have never guessed how deep the rabbit hole goes. If you guys aren't following Autism Capital on Twitter, they're doing a play-by-play, basically a live feed of all of the drama, sex, drugs, rock and roll. I mean, a lot of these claims are unsubstantiated, but my God, guys, some of it is shocking. Orgies, amphetamines, losing billions of dollars, $10 billion hole. I hope somebody can fill Sam's hole, if you know what I mean, guys. I think he's got a $10 billion size hole, and I hope it gets filled. What's going on, everybody? If you were in Hex, you are unaffected because we understand the importance of holding our own private keys. We beat it like a dead horse. But it's times like this that are hopefully a wake-up call to some people that they can learn. Because we don't just talk about it, we talk about it for a reason. We talk about it because Mt. Gox, Quadriga CX, Cryptopia, you guys haven't been around long. This happens at least once a year. There's a major exchange hack. And I feel like everyone just forgot about Quadriga CX. Guy runs off to India, fakes his own death, steals multiple millions of dollars. But this FTX thing is on a whole different scale. I mean, there's politicians involved. Bankman-Fried's mother is, working for the Dems. Everyone's in bed together. FTX.com, you go to their website. What does it say on their website? A platform built by traders for traders. So not really the crypto ethos that we all know and love. Crypto is about holding your own private keys, not giving away your power to a corrupt middleman. And what do these people do? They trade. Traders are going to trade, So what do you think was going to happen on a platform built by traders for traders? That's traders, guys. They're a bunch of amphetamine fueled maniacs. It's a profession on Wall Street that actually has an abnormally high percentage of people with psychopathic tendencies. True story. Google it, guys. But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, it is probably just a bunch of people doing the best they could and just failing miserably because that's what they do. And their whole point of crypto is so that you don't have to trust middlemen with your money. Get a MetaMask account. Get real DeFi. Real DeFi is alive and well. And if you're in Hex, you know that because you didn't lose all your money because you didn't have it locked up on an exchange. Let's say hi to chat. GRC Rect, LOL. I thought I had to laugh at that one in the Twitter. Richard Hart was on a Twitter space the other day, just calling out somebody. Good guy, but hopefully he can learn. What's not on the news says Coffee Streams. What's up, dude? Soul and Surf. Hello. Nardo for the win. What's good? Amazing. Thank you, CC. What a week indeed. What a week indeed, guys. Greetings from Germany. Happy Saturday, Hexicans. Yes. Enjoy your weekend and hopefully enjoy the fact that you weren't part of this total nuclear explosion that's all over the Twitter sphere, at least. And it's going to make for a good Netflix documentary one day. By the time the mainstream media catches up to this, we're already going to have the inside scoop and understand what really happened. It'll be interesting to see what the mainstream narrative is, whether they're going to try to pretend like Sam Bankman-Fried was a victim of Alameda Research, some bullshit like that they're going to pull out their ass because he called in his daddy. I don't know if you guys know this, but Bankman-Fried called in his daddy and he's probably going to bail him out. It's like the same corrupt crony capitalism that's been in the U.S. for some time now. And Gary Gensler meeting behind closed doors with FTX as one of their main, advisors, I suppose. Gensler might be on the chopping block for this one. And what does the SEC do? They're supposed to take care of us, investor protections. Well, they can't even come up with a fucking regulatory framework. So companies move offshore and FTX scams over their users as an offshore company because they can't exist in they'd rather not exist in the US where the SEC can't even make up their mind. And this goes back to the fact of what do they really do? A bunch of guys sitting around that only go after you after the fact. They're not proactive at all. They're extremely reactive. Oh, nobody could ever see it coming. Really, guys. Nobody could have just done some due diligence and seen that, 90% of their so-called capital was locked up in hyperinflated tokens that they printed and then loaned money against and then used it for, oh my God, it's just the corruption. There's so many layers to this onion that it's just out of control, guys. So many people are connected. And what a great time for the narrative too. I mean, for someone like a Goldman Sachs to swoop in and be the real hero, quote unquote, that buys FTX and saves and makes everyone whole again. And then the powers that be, they have their feet, they got their hooks in. They got their hooks into another crypto exchange. But luckily, it's just a crypto exchange. There are talks of the bill that Bankman-Fried was trying to pass through the Senate still moving along anyway. And let's just hope that doesn't crush DeFi to a level where I would literally have to move countries, because I'm in the US and I don't want to move. But if they really kill DeFi, and I don't know if they can, a lot of bills, they start out hyper aggressive, and by the time they get passed, they ask for a mile and they only get an inch or two. So, hopefully we don't have just everything Uniswap, all true DeFi. Hopefully that's not behind a VPN wall, an IP blocker or whatever. But you can't kill real DeFi at a foundational level. It's physically you can't. It runs on a blockchain. So I'm not worried about that. But this whole regulatory situation needs to get figured the fuck out, because, I mean, if the CFTC wants to regulate cryptos as commodities, that doesn't seem too bad. Maybe it's better. It's the lesser of two evils, right? Rather than the SEC. But we need clarity. We do need clarity, and we need them to understand that they're stifling innovation. Companies are moving abroad. And if they don't give us something soon, they're just, the US is not going to be the powerhouse of innovation that it was for the internet revolution. Now I understand how guys can be hex maxis. Yeah, I'm not necessarily hex maxi, but anything that is true, real DeFi, and the hex ecosystem is pretty much my only focus, right? I like things that complement hex. I like things that are actually decentralized. I like PulseChain, PulseX, things like Hedron, Icosa, Maxi. Yeah, there's never been a better case, guys. And this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one that's ever happened. Bigger than Mt. Gox, technically, depending on what frame of reference you want to use. But watch how quickly people forget about this shit too, because people just don't like to have power. They just want to give it away, to give all their power away to the very middlemen that crypto was invented to save you from. Pretty sad. Pretty sad, guys. A lot of sad boys out there. A lot of sad, powerless individuals. Always get my coins off exchanges ASAP. Yep, let's beat that dead horse one more time. If you have any coins on a centralized exchange, Johnny Chaos says it best. He's like, it's like going to the bad part of town. You go there only for as short period of time as you need to be there, and you get your coins off. And now I've always recommended Coinbase as a fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, just because they have been around the longest. And in the United States, they have the most ties to, they're kind of grandfathered in a sense, with the powers that be, with the regulators and everybody. And, they have all the licensing. They also really do back, or so they say, right? They apparently they really do back all their customers' funds one for one, and they don't lend them out like a fucking Ponzi scheme, literal Ponzi scheme, right? That's what it is. That's what FTX was. But no, I've always recommended Coinbase. But even with Coinbase, don't keep your money on Coinbase. Use it just for the simple fact of converting your fiat bank money into crypto money. That's your crypto on and off ramp, and that's it. From then on, it's MetaMask, it's Uniswap, it's Hex, it's decentralized protocols with no backdoors. Richard Hart was right. I got to admit it. And I was doubting Richard's 11K in prey price call. I had some doubts, but it looks more clear than ever to me now. So hats off to you, Richard, if you're watching. Well done, sir. Yet again, dude. Yet again. RH proved himself to deserve our loyalty. Yeah, well, he proved himself to me a while ago, but for anybody still on the fence, you know what I mean? Trading is for losers. Coffee rules. GRC won't admit defeat. Well, I mean, I hope he will just, stop shilling crap. I mean, I don't actually watch his channel, so I know he likes Hex, and we agree on probably most things. But if you're telling people to buy coins that you can print for free, I don't know if he told people to even buy Zen. I don't watch the channel, so I don't have much to say on that. Yeah, when you're making your own content every single day, it's kind of hard to tune into what everybody else is talking about all the time because there's 100 of us, guys. So yeah, I watch Hexologists for the lulz, and that's kind of it. I watch my own stuff to always nitpick and see how I can do better. But no offense to content creators out there, I love you guys. We need more of you. The more the merrier, guys. Hex is a powerhouse. We've got more than 100 streamers, new ones every day. I love shouting them out. I love getting them more promotion. But there's only 24 hours in a day, you know what I mean? And when you're making content, you're not consuming it as much. You had money on Voyager, FTX, and Luna. Damn, Adam. Adam. Darn. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, dude. Centralized exchanges are not your friend. They don't care about your money, dude. They don't care about you. And Luna, that was more of a technical catastrophe. It was just a shitty design. I am sorry, but there is a better way. Check out hex.com, check out PulseChain, check out stuff like that. When you guys and RH mentioned the previous failure, some of us were not in crypto. Yep, that's probably true. But after I started to listen after Luna, it all seems so unlikely. Yep, it always seems unlikely until it's too late, right, guys? And nobody cares about privacy. Nobody cares about security until it's too late. So learning lesson, guys. Take this as a learning lesson. Be proactive, not reactive. People say, oh, why would I care about privacy if I have nothing to hide? Well, why would you care about freedom of speech just because you have nothing to say? Because one day you might. One day you might have something to say. Live and learn. Bought the top of Hex. It's okay, bro. At least you didn't have all your money on FTX because people literally lost it all. So at least you're in an asset that's going to come back in the next cycle and you can dollar cost average. Yeah, it's going to be okay, bro. It's going to be okay. Sup, Ewok? Sup, Hexicat? Earth is flat, lol. No, it's not. Hexagon green. Hold on. It says double click to update. What am I doing here? I don't know. Hexagon green says coffee. I am says this has to bring Hex viral now. Well, it's going to be put in the spotlight for a while because we continue to be unaffected. Crypto crashes and burns all around us. Hundreds, if not thousands, of hacks in fake DeFi, fake admin keys, rug pulls. Scammers blatantly scamming, scammers not thinking that they're scammers. The good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys. That's crypto for you guys. Dope shirt. Hey, thanks for the shirt shout out. Quick shout out to hexmerch.com. If you guys want some real cool merch, hexmerch.com is where it's at. This is all going to be bad for us as far as regulations are concerned. They're going after the wrong things. Yep, I agree. They're barking up the wrong tree. Look, to take a glass half full, this is going to demand some kind of regulatory clarity. This is too big for anybody to ignore. And the amount of people that were fucked in this one, it's not just retail, right? There were some big players, like other big companies that lost millions and millions of dollars. Ultimately, it is retail because retail gets screwed at the end of the day because they were the ones that put their money on the exchanges. But this is going to raise some red flags and regulations probably going to happen. It doesn't make crypto, it makes crypto look bad, but then it also deceives the public because FTX is not crypto. Exchanges are not crypto. Okay. Centralized middlemen is not what crypto was invented for. As far as I'm concerned, they're just a bunch of Wall Street guys that want to keep trading. They want new games to take fucking clients' money, customers' money. They're doing what they've always done. Pure corruption, pure corruption. SBF is pure dirt. They know not what they do, right? It's like even people, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and SBF claims he's a utilitarian, but what that really means is I think I know what's best for everybody, so I will do whatever it takes to get my version of what's best for everybody. So I think, it's crazy to me. These people don't realize how evil they end up being, but they are. And it's just, you need to put things in perspective and ask yourself, why? Why are we doing all this? Did FTX really think that they were going to be the white knight, the savior? Like, we're going to be everyone's hero. We're going to manage the funds for every single U.S. citizen, and they're all going to trust us. You're basically just another bank. FTX, Coinbase, these are all just the new banks, okay? So get ready. These are the new digital banks. Kraken. These are trading platforms and banks because they literally do make you a bank account where you transfer your money from your old school Wells Fargo or whatever the fuck, and then you transfer it into your new crypto bank because they can track the money going in and out. They need to track the on-ramps and off-ramps. And I mean, we need better ways. I just hope that we can continue to regulate I hope that we continue to innovate faster than they can regulate. That's the only way out of this, guys. Innovate faster than they can regulate. Doesn't FTX scandal prove having some Bitcoin's a good idea? Well, I guess if you like just weak, like if you want a coin that's less likely to make gains, HEX has everything that Bitcoin has, plus it pays you to hold it, and it's still as decentralized, right? It's not the only thing not affected. There's a couple of other coins out there too, HEX in particular. But yeah, I guess Bitcoiners were technically unaffected as well. So congrats to anyone that just held their own keys, right? Even Bitcoiners, some of them, they go astray or they don't even realize. Like Peter McCormick is out here shilling BlockFi because they're paying him to do so. And he's a Bitcoin maximalist that is totally misguided. Has no idea what he's talking about, because how can you be a Bitcoin maximalist and still tell people to go give their keys away, go give their power away? Hey, go trust a middleman. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin itself, yeah, I'm sure that as a protocol, yeah, it's fine. It still works. But a lot of Bitcoiners, a lot of quote unquote DeFi guys out there too. I mean, everybody's at fault here. Like if you were telling anybody to use centralized exchanges, you got to take some responsibility. Just go apologize. Just go say you're sorry, learn a fucking thing or two, just be better, don't shill garbage. Great limit order video. Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited about limit orders on PulseX, guys. Limit orders on PulseX is a huge deal. You guys are going to be real happy that there's limit orders on PulseX if you know how to use them. Corruption is everywhere. Let's hope the HEX Pulse ecosystem limits this level of filth. Yes, I'm curious if we definitely have options on PLS. What do you mean? We'll definitely have decentralized protocols, stuff like liquid loans. These are all real decentralized protocols that are copied based off of some things that exist today that are doing pretty good. You don't want a middleman to be the source of all the funds. Okay, we can do this stuff with code. We have examples. We have working examples, things like Aave and all that stuff. We do have other real world DeFi examples. It's not just HEX. I mean, HEX is my favorite because it's probably going to pump the hardest when it comes to real DeFi. But there's other DeFi stuff out there too that works right now. And I hope all that stuff gets copied over to PulseChain too. I really do. PulseChain can be the filter. I hope PulseChain is the great filter for real DeFi. And anything that's fake should be called out on PulseChain. It's not necessarily the more the merrier. Quality over quantity, guys. Quality over quantity. We don't just want PulseChain. I mean, there's going to be rug pull after rug pull on PulseChain. Let's not beat around the bush. Scammers are going to come in. They're going to try to take advantage of you. Just don't fall for it. Call it out. Be smarter. You guys are smart. The HEX community is probably the most well-educated out of all of us. Facts. We want the 99%. The 99% want the 1% to rule us. Yeah, it's like people just have this weird complex where they don't want to think for themselves. It's pretty sad, man. MT Coiner, what's good? Everybody getting wrecked. Real hardcore Hexicans have suffered little. Yeah, we already had all of our suffering. We already went down 95%. We're fine. If you're still here and if you still believe in it, still dollar cost averaging. I made a 9-year stake the other day. And I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, 9 years, so long from now. And we're at the all-time lows. And it's like, I had to come to terms. I had to actually question my beliefs. I was like, do I really want to keep holding this for 9 more years? I thought about it for a little bit. I was like, fuck yeah, I do. Let's get those T-shares. So I restaked it. I ended up with more T-shares than the original stake had. So pretty great, guys. Obviously I'll be here for all 15 years of that staking ladder, but why not make a long-term stake in the middle of the bear? It's not like I'm selling the bottom, right? Sell the bottom. Think about what 2031 is going to look like. When you think about what 2031 is going to look like, there's a lot of opportunity, guys. There's a lot of potential. Regulatory clarity. Crypto is going to become a household name. By the time crypto is a household name, can you imagine what price HEX is going to be at? Just imagine, guys. It could easily be $10, $20, $50 one day, even $100 one day. If you need a big amount, let's see. I support regulation. I support the right regulation. Whatever they have to do to help themselves sleep at night. I mean, as long as they leave it open and free, just kind of like the internet. Bitcoin 1 million, HEX 1000, PLS 100. This could easily happen one day. I don't think Bitcoin's going to 1 million next cycle, though. I think Bitcoin in 10 years maybe go to 1 million. But still, do the math on the number of X's you're going to get, right? It's like going to the slums. Get in, get out what you need before you get mugged. Yeah, exactly. Right. Hey, Coffee. I have my dry powder on my hardware wallet in USDC for DCA. And USDC safe? Where else can I keep my dry powder? Yeah, USDC is as safe as it's going to get for a stablecoin. It's still not ideal because you're just banking on the fact that Brian Armstrong has your back and he has all that stuff back one-to-one. But as far as a stablecoin goes, I mean, it's better than USDT. USDT is questionably doesn't even have the reserves, right? And everybody in banking does fractional reserve. For some reason, crypto, when they do fractional reserve, it all blows up just because everything's so volatile, right? But if you're going to hold a stable coin, I'd go USDC for sure. I actually just transferred the last of my USDT. I didn't really have much. I had some from this airdrop that I sold, but yeah, actually I had some from, what was it, ETH Fair? Yeah, that's what I mean by airdrop, the Ethereum Fair stuff. Is Hedron only going up? Should I buy now or wait some hours? That's up to you, George. I don't give financial advice. GRC told everyone multiple times not to buy Zen. Okay, well, good. Yeah, I would never tell anybody to buy that coin. I mean, why buy a coin you can mint for free that people are just going to dump on you? I mean, it's got a price ceiling built in. Every time the price goes above what it would cost for gas, it just gets arbitraged and dumped right back down. It's got a price ceiling that gets higher and higher as gas costs go up. So just kind of not the best idea. I never thought it was a great idea, but if you want to claim it and pay some gas, I'm not going to stop you. Monica, hello. What is the best way to buy HEX without passing on CEX using fiat? You kind of have to. I mean, you can buy Ethereum within MetaMask if you can use some of the buttons in MetaMask to buy Ether through Transact or Wire or MoonPay. They've got like 3 or 4 fiat on-ramps within MetaMask, but those still require KYC. So you're still going to have to KYC them. And also, a lot of banks don't actually work very well. At least a lot of my banks, they don't work very well with all the on-ramps in MetaMask. I've tried doing transactions through MetaMask and they've failed because my banks don't like them or whatever. So Coinbase has been good for me. Coinbase, Kraken. I mean, like I said, guys, you don't want to hold your money on a centralized exchange, but you do have to get your money in there somehow, right? So yeah, Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com. I mean, I don't even know about Crypto.com, right? That one might be at risk as well. Isn't it a good idea to at least? Okay, hold on. $0 in Celsius, $0 in FTX, $0 on Coinbase. Not your keys, not your crypto. Cold wallets and DEXs exist, so sexes don't have to. I hate the word CEX because you can't say it like when you say it out loud. It sounds like sex. Not a great acronym, but hey, whatever. What do you think the Hedron price will do with the auctions beginning tomorrow? Probably dump. It might sell because buy the rumor, sell the news, right? But also that any sell pressure could potentially be offset by the fact that a massive amount of supply is being taken off the table. If the poly contract goes in and buys up everything, it's going to take like 500 billion Hedron and just burn them. So that's actually a bullish thing. So that's a bullish price, pumpamental. But then there's also just a lot of people maybe buying the rumor, sell the news. Although, honestly, we might just see more sideways action because I feel like with the Hedron, with liquidation day, everybody already bought the rumor, sold the news because of poly. Poly caused people to have to act earlier, in my opinion. I think the poly contract caused people to have to make their decision earlier on whether or not they were going to buy Hedron for it or not. And so that's why we've seen, well, on top of just the whole macro of FTX failing, you can't deny that's pretty bad in general. So yeah, I think the price of Hedron hasn't really been pumping there that much. It might just continue to go sideways. I guess if I had to guess, I would say sideways. Let's see. Can you tell us how affinity insurance is work? I don't know what that means. Hello, what's up, Sandy Beach? Just goes to show everyone who actually knows what they're talking about when it comes to crypto. Yeah, guys, all the suits and all the trusted people that you know and love, I don't understand why crypto was invented. They just don't get it. And they're good people, right? Like Pompliano, Brian Arm, like these are all good guys. Even Mike Novogratz, like solid dude. I bet they'd be really cool to hang out with. But a lot of them, they use the plot of, they favor centralization. And that's just not how crypto is supposed to work. What's this liquid loans you speak of? Oh, it's a protocol that's copied from Liquidity, Liquity. Liquidity is a lending protocol on Ethereum right now, and it's an algo stablecoin backed one for one by collateral that people put up on Ethereum. And it's really cool because during all this chaos, a lot of the stablecoins are shaky, at risk, but LUSD, which is the stablecoin for Liquidity, the protocol, it's actually at a premium. So it's trading for 1.03 right now. So it's one of the only algo stablecoins that I actually understand pretty well, and I actually kind of believe in it. Obviously, it's risky because it's backed by volatile collateral. So when anything is backed by collateral that's extremely volatile, like you have the risk of liquidations. But in order for any one of these stablecoins to exist, USDL, it has to be minted into existence by collateral in a vault. So the Liquidity platform is being forked into liquid loans. I did a podcast with HEXyCat the other day. If you want to learn more about that, check out the HEXyCat on Twitter. I told him to put his stuff on YouTube, but I think right now it's only on Spotify. So check that out. Hey, Coffee, did you hear Richard on Twitter Space? Yes, I did, Archie. Yes, I did, bro. Pretty good to hear from him. Basically just I was right. You should have listened to me. That's the message I got, and you can't argue with it. When someone's right, they're right. What is your view on ZK-rollups? Are they starting to become a factor? I believe that the technology and the adoption of the technology is still a few years off from being good in terms of the user experience. But no, I don't really have any other than I've played around with ZK Sync. I know that ZK Sync is releasing their next version, like a big update of their new network. And I think they employ the ZK-rollup technology. I think that's like a 2025 type of thing. Like, I'm glad people are working on layer 2s, but right now we need horizontal scaling with PulseChain. Yeah, Coffee, good for at least 90. I'm good for 15 years, bro. I was just talking about a story where just the other day, one of my stakes ran out. It was one of my earliest stakes, and I didn't even sell any of it. I didn't even sell the interest. You know what I mean? I just restaked the whole thing for 9 years. Got a ton of T-shares. Felt pretty good about it. And it's just weird to have to be thinking about 9 years from now at the bottom of a bear market and have to ask yourself, do I really believe in this stuff? Because, your faith gets tested in times like this. And I'm like, yep, still believe in it. Not going anywhere. You can't mess with the code. Code is literally law. It's a beautiful thing, right? When you understand that they can't shut the blockchain off, like, you get that much more conviction. Coffee, what do you think of the Hedron HSI auctions tomorrow? Well, I put a little bit of Hedron into the poly contract. I'm just going to kind of YOLO that one. That's all I think of it. I'm not too interested. I mean, look, people are going to be racing to buy. I mean, I'm going to definitely check in. I'm going to definitely see what the poly contract is able to get. Theoretically, the poly contract could win every single auction. It'll be interesting to see if there's any competing pools, because there might be some pools that are quiet and kind of dark, and people might be pooling Hedron to compete with poly, but it seems kind of foolish to compete with poly. It's basically a pool with 500 billion Hedron. So if you're going to go up against poly, I would think twice about that. You know what I mean? Government never solves anything. There's no such thing as insurance. It's a human concept. Yeah, government has the only goal of government is to make more government, to justify their own jobs, to justify their existence. And government always wants to get bigger. It never wants to get smaller. So sometimes it feels like a futile effort to try to wish for smaller governments, right? Or less government control. But, I got to keep putting that message out there, I guess. Hit the likes. Smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes. All right. Did a weekly ladder. Doesn't work well. Yeah, weekly ladders are bad. Never go less than monthly. I like to say start off yearly if you want to. If you want to make a HEX staking ladder, maybe start off with the yearly time scale and then make it like 1 through 10 years, whatever you're comfortable with. Maybe then fill in like biannually, and then maybe you can fill in quarterly, you know, like every 3 months. But weekly, yeah, that's going to be rough, dude. That's going to be rough. All right. Morning from Oz. What's up, dude? Oh, hey, Hexkin. Hey, yes. Hexkin, thank you for stopping by. Hexkin, she's in my Discord channel. So thanks for watching. Crypto Steve PP coin lol. Yeah. Trust wallet is great for buying USDC, which I then convert to HEX. Feels not bad too. Okay, that's a good tip. Maybe Trust wallet as your on ramp. Crypto coffee is working for free for y'all plebs. Thank you. Yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am. I do this because I like it, guys. I know that there's money to be made here. We're all going to do great in the next bull run. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be absolutely glorious. But this is the time. You got to really question your conviction, double down on your beliefs. The code can't be stopped. It's immutable. No admin keys. No government can shut down HEX. It's incredible. It's incredible. What's your thoughts on Coinbase Pro shutting down service? Whoa. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know they shut down service. Didn't they just rename it? No, I got an email about this. They just renamed it to something else, right? I mean, whatever. I mean, Coinbase Pro is just like a day trading platform. Like, I don't really recommend anybody uses Coinbase Pro or whatever they're calling it now, because apparently they did a rebrand. I don't know if they actually like shut it down. I think they just rebranded it. Any news from Coast on the fiat on ramp and off ramp? I wish. I can ask them. I'm going to chat. I know they're working hard. They're working very hard, and their model of fiat on ramp is the best model I've ever seen in my life. It's the same model that TUSD uses, not USDT. I'm talking about TUSD. For those that might not know, it's called True US Dollar. And the method by which they give you stablecoins is they give you your own mini bank account, and it forces you to back your own stablecoin 1 for 1. They can't just mint stablecoins at will. You know, it has to actually be backed by real dollars in a real bank. Oh, sorry, Coffee. I know liquid loans very well. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your name. Are you Red Squirrel? Yeah, my bad, dude. There's something covering up the names on here. Red Squirrel. Just think of me as Borat, but cuter. Oh God. Oh God. It's not very hard to be cuter than Borat. The bar is pretty low on that one. Awkward innuendos is my skill. Nice. Any comment on IM launching November 30th? No, I don't know about IM. Been focused on Maximus DAO. I mean, is IM the wallet? Yeah, the wallet's fine. I'm not buying the token, but new wallet sounds fine. Sounds okay to me. What's up, everyone? Smash the like. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, dude? Checks my pulse. Patrick Carey, speaking of being tested, is the SEC investigating HEX true? Yeah, this is a big piece of FUD, guys. There's no updates. You're not going to get any updates because there's no case, because all that allegedly happened is, as far as I know, 1, maybe 2 people, and this isn't even confirmed, maybe 2 people got an investigation letter asking if anyone's ever been paid for HEX. But why would you worry about that? Because literally no one's ever been paid to promote HEX. I have never, ever been paid to promote HEX. Never. Guarantee you that. And nobody else has either. I talk to the other YouTubers every once in a while, not every day, but they're not getting paid. So if we have the truth on our side, like what is there to worry about? Even if there is a legit investigation, which is questionable because the people involved are questionable, a lot of questionable things about it. And it's not even a case, right? It's an investigation. It's different. And even so, they wouldn't find anything. So why would I even worry for a second about that? If we're not doing anything wrong, we're not getting paid. So yeah, I would just be careful. Don't go on the internet and go saying stuff like fuck the SEC and all that stuff. That's not going to do you any favors. Okay. You're just going to raise flags for yourself, if anything. So don't try to be a tough guy on the internet, and don't try to be a lawyer out there. There's so many people just thinking that they know the law better than lawyers do. Just, don't shoot yourself in the foot, right? When you get pulled over by the cops, you don't talk to the cops. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. So don't be silly, boys. Don't be silly. Whoa, the background, bro. Trippy. Yeah, that's right, Torin. That's right. Organized crime, all the usual suspects. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Oh, I'm far behind. Let's speed this up a little bit. The Mango Junkie, good to see you, bro. Hex Coffee, did you hear RH? Yeah, am I like, are these being repeated? Hold on. Let me go down to the bottom here. Switch from top chat to live chat, everyone. Oh, oops. Am I doing that differently? I'd worry they do a deep cavity search. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want those deep cavity searches. I've been searched before at an airport, and it sucked ass. I mean, talk about an invasion of privacy, guys. It's not fun. It's not fun. And I wasn't even doing anything wrong. They just fucking targeted me. You know, it feels shitty to be targeted and searched. But hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, you're not doing anything wrong. It's okay. The truth will prevail, boys and girls. The truth will prevail. Yeah, it's almost like it's good if the SEC looks into it and finds that there's nothing, and then it's just like, then any future attempts will be like, why are you wasting our time? We already looked at that one. Like it's a non-issue, you know. So that's a good glass half full. That's a good glass half full. FCC should be looking into FCX. Yes. Hey, well, SJ, welcome to the chat, SJ. Pulse Master. Hey, Coffee. There's a rumor the Fed is checking out daughter addresses. Well, I don't entertain rumors, okay? Like, I have no idea if that's true or not. People can say whatever they want on the internet all day long. Random people can just make shit up. They can pull stuff out of their ass, and then plebs on the internet will start believing it. Don't fudge yourself out, okay? Without credible sources, I'm not even talking about it. What is the best hex staking strategy? Should I stake daily, weekly, or monthly? Yeah, Rob, I mentioned this earlier. Don't do daily, bro. Please don't do daily. And probably don't do weekly either. Monthly would be as low as absolutely possible. And even monthly is probably too low. You know, quarterly, biannually, yearly. I like that latter strategy. And I like to also personally, like, I'll set stakes for my birthday or for Christmas or, you know, different life events happening because, you know, what's better than giving yourself a little birthday present in 4 or 5 years' time, you know? It's Christmas. You get a whole bunch of money. Congratulations. It's beautiful. Bro, your Hex on the Street videos are fire. Do more of those. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I will do more of those. Yeah, hey, if you guys want to join my Patreon too, we can collaborate on video content ideas. All the money from the Patreon is actually used to then give away. So I want to do more IRL giveaways like that. So that's only one of many benefits if you join the Patreon group is you get to suggest content ideas. We can kind of just go back and forth on, you know, different techniques and what to do next. Because I want to keep things interesting. And it's a lot of fun. You know, it's nothing better than buying people's groceries or interviewing people on the street. It's legitimately fun. It makes crypto more fun, brings more awareness. It's a win-win-win. You guys are entertained. I'm entertained. I'm giving away money. People are entertained. I was thinking about maybe doing a trivia question, right? Like if you guys come up with a good trivia question, you know, ask random people on the street about some crypto trivia. And if they win, they get, you know, $100 or something like that. That would be a good one. Hey, Coffee, do you think this bear market will be different because of the macro? Yeah, this time it's different, right? But it's also still cyclical. And I don't think that even recessions last much longer than 2 years. So I don't think it's doom and gloom as much as some people are saying. I think we're going to figure our way out of this with inflation. When the Fed pivots, that's what you got to look out for, is when the Fed pivots. But yeah, guys, it's real. The CPI still matters. Unfortunately, it's boring. Don't forget about the CPI. The CPI was lower than people expected it to be. The CPI numbers just came out like 4 days ago. CPI stands for, I think, Consumer Price Index. It basically is a measure of inflation. And, you know, the CPI should be lower than the federal funds rate. I think CPI is at 7.7% today, but the federal funds rate is at 4%. So, yeah, we're going to get more rate hikes. We're going to get the rate hikes up to 5 or 6%, and hopefully CPI can come down to less than 6%. And you're going to want to look for that crossover, right? When CPI gets lower than federal funds rate, and then also unemployment is going up. And then when the rate hikes start to taper off, like, you know, unemployment will be an excuse that the government will use to taper off rate hikes. So what I mean by taper off is just raise them less fast. Like they're not just going to cancel it and start printing money again. They're going to go from 75 to 50 to 25. They're going to slow them down a little bit. And so, but the market's going to react to that. When the market sees the Fed pivoting, aka, you know, quote unquote pivoting, meaning raising at a slower rate than before, that's when you can kind of see that this thing might be turning around. I'm thinking Q1, Q2, 2023. We might be looking for a bottom in the stonk market, the boomer stonks, but crypto reacts faster. Guys, crypto is literally like the hive mind of the internet. Like we respond at the speed of light because we get information on Twitter. You know, we're like the truth engine for our whole little economy that we have over here. And so I think crypto responds faster. You know, it was sold faster. It made a top faster. It's probably going to make its bottom faster too. So although I think the economy has got way more downside to go, and especially real estate, I think crypto doesn't have too much downside left. You know, in a way, I'm almost all this crypto chaos, all this FTX implosion. It's almost a good thing because it really can't get much worse than this. This was like the crescendo. This was the climax. Okay. Yeah, this was the climax, and we're all just in that refractory period. I was awkwardly surged in China on a connection flight. It was funny. They made me take everything out of my backpack and didn't say anything and walked away. Fucking weird, right? People are just so weird. It's like, I guess I look sketchy. Sorry, boys. It was actually on the way home from London for the HEX thing. That was when I got searched at customs. It's like, guys, I'm just a Hexican over here. They pulled out all my pins. They were like, "What's this?" You know, like, it's a hex pin, sir. I'm sorry. Let's see. These perpetuals are an amazing deal. Gary Gensler should be charged for not doing his job. Yeah, probably. Wow, you turned down a legit question pretty quick. That's disturbing. I will be hiding you from channel, good sir. Goodbye, loser. His question was, I heard a rumor, sir. You heard a rumor, bro. Sick. I hear rumors every single day, 1,000 times on Twitter. Do you think more contagion will happen with the FTX issue? Maybe. Yeah, it might spread. I don't know. CEXs, climaxes. Oh my. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is the big climax, boys and girls. Bye-bye, pleb. Bye-bye, pleb. Does HEX have concentrated liquidity pools? I don't know if you mean like, are all the liquidity pools placed by one person? Because the answer is no for that one. The liquidity pools in HEX are actually they're more decentralized than other liquidity pools. Like there's multiple people, different real people, liquidity providers. So, and people are always trying to play the trading game too with liquidity pools. So a lot of people just set one-sided limit, single-sided liquidity and try to, stack up HEX that way. PulsePot launch on Binance, seeing some interesting activity. Yeah, there's a gambling platform on Binance that's coming to PulseChain that'll probably bring a lot of degens in. So don't gamble, but I do think gambling platforms are net positive, even if it's only this much positive. Still a little bit net positive because hopefully it's a one-way diode. I'm calling it the degen diode. I hope that some people that choose to gamble on PulseChain will see the light and find a better path, but gambling is bad, guys. Gambling is bad, okay? Gambling, and if you're going to gamble, okay, it's going to be bad. My son got targeted in Iceland. He was wearing a Canada Goose jacket. Damn. They questioned him for 10 minutes without me for wearing a Canada Goose jacket. That's weird. What are they like? I don't know, man. I got nothing on that one. What do you think will happen when Pulse Bitcoin launches? Not much. It'll launch and people might ape into it or people might not. What do we got in the chat, guys? How can the Fed do anything when Gary goes to jail? I don't know if Gary Gensler is going to jail, but he certainly should. He should be. But you know how they are over there. In America, money talks, right? Money talks. You can get away with a lot of crime as long as it's financial and white-collar crime. You can get away with a lot if you know the right people. So it's sad, but true. Let's see. Did you see the Trayvon's live stream where he played a recording of his conversation with the FBI? He has nothing to hide about HEX, so no problem talking, and put HEX and Richard in a good light. Cool. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I probably wouldn't even talk to the FBI without a lawyer. But again, if there's nothing to hide, why be scared? Why be scared? There's literally nothing to hide. Does HEX have a stock to flow model? No, but if you want to make one, go ahead and if you can make one, I mean, people might respond to that. People loved the Bitcoin stock to flow model until it turned out not to be true anymore. Right? It was all good until it wasn't. But if you want to make a HEX stock to flow model, yeah, you should do it, bro. You should do it. I wish I had listened to Richard Hart earlier. Now I hate the Furus that talk shit about him. Yeah, you can see why all the rage, like I just posted a tweet, like, if you fuck around, you're gonna find out, right? And all these guys, they fucked around on HEX, and now they want to find out because now they're so mad because they have cognitive dissonance that they hated on HEX early, and they'd rather be right, and they just want to pretend that they're right, and they'd rather be right than be happy and make peace. They could easily just say sorry and make peace and say, hey, I was wrong about HEX. It's cool, guys. We'll accept you if you like. I've seen people apologize about HEX before. I've seen it happen. It's not very often, but apologizing on HEX about, hey, I was wrong, it's not a scam. Those people are greeted with open arms. People are insanely positive because it almost never happens, right? Like I've seen it like twice maybe. And then the HEX community is like, oh my God, it's okay, bro. Give me a hug. Everything's going to be fine. And it's really okay, guys. If you thought HEX was a scam, but it turns out everything else was a scam, it's okay to admit that HEX is okay. You can change your mind, guys. It's possible to change your mind. It's wild, right? What a concept. Consider changing your mind. Alex is my onboard, y'all. Nice. It was weird. They thought he stole it. Oh, the Canada Goose? Damn. That is real weird, man. Don't be a degen and usher in the book of Revelations, okay? Okay. Are you aware of any DeFi protocols in development on PulseChain? Yeah, Liquid Loans, Fiat.io. There's probably a whole bunch of other ones that, I'm forgetting about them. Yeah, we need some DeFi protocols if they're good and if they're real decentralized protocols. Also, for sexy times, call Fast Abdul. All right, guys, if you want sexy times, you know who to call. This guy right here. HEX is right. Richard Hart is right. Crypto that works. What a concept. Yeah, a crypto that does what it says it's going to do because it's literally just code. Crazy. Cue that meme for that. What's that Tim and Eric Awesome Show meme? It's just. Notice how Michael Saylor never talks about anything but Bitcoin. I bet once it goes back up, he sells and gets into HEX. He knows HEX is better. You might not even know about HEX. I mean, some of these Bitcoin guys, they have their heads so far in the sand that they don't even really look at newer stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Saylor hadn't even heard of HEX, to be honest. What's the popo of PulseX when it launches? I don't know how to answer this question. What is the popo of PulseX? I don't know, man. I guess it's whatever you want it to be. Who are the top 2 to 3 influencers you would like to see come into the HEX ecosystem? BitBoy Crypto, number 1. Good question, SJ. BitBoy Crypto is already in. He already likes HEX. He already likes Richard. He's gonna come in on the next cycle, and he's gonna admit it because I know he sacrificed for PulseChain. BitBoy, Ivan on Tech also sacrificed for PulseChain. Allegedly. Okay, I've seen addresses that are allegedly tied to them, but not a guarantee on that. But we know Ivan, BitBoy, they're friends with Richard Hart. They like HEX. They're friendly towards us. It's just so nice when someone's not a total dick to us. You know what I mean? It's so sad. And then I don't even think why even bother with crypto influencers, right? Let's branch out. Let's get Elon Musk on board, right? Okay, I named 2. I can't think of a third, but there's 2 for you. All right, BitBoy's already in. Ivan's already in. This week, Ivan had an RH segment every day. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Ivan is ready to go. He's a smart guy. He's a developer. He understands code. He understands real DeFi. Oh yeah, crypto banter. Yeah, he'll probably come in. I mean, Richard's going to do another stream with him on Monday, I think, or at least I hope, because Banter specifically tweeted that he wanted Richard to come on his channel. So, assuming that Richard says yeah, which why wouldn't you? Joe Rogan. Yeah, can you imagine? Sponsored by Alpha Brain and Hex.com. That would be so legendary. Yeah, we need to get into Joe Rogan's inner circle. Someone needs to go start, someone needs to play the long con and establish themselves as an up and coming comedian just to shill HEX to Joe Rogan. You got to get on his channel. You got to be an up and coming comedian. Maybe start do jujitsu. Maybe start working on your ground game. Tom Brady, yeah, Tom Brady for sure. Fast Abdul seed phrase checking service, free the first time. Wow, that's very generous of you, Abdul. Very generous of you. Influencer to get on board, Grant Cardone. Yeah, they'll get a % of real estate investors. Yeah, guys, I've also come to a realization lately. This reminds me, not all onboards are equal, right? We've seen people get onboarded into the community that end up just being a total cancer, and they do nothing but cause problems. Let's be careful about who we onboard, and not just onboard any old people. There's a reason that Richard Hart says, hey, I want to go for the rich guys. The rich guys have all the money. And I'm not saying like HEX is for everyone. If you're rich, if you're poor, if you're average, like you have a shot at making some serious money, I believe, with HEX. Doesn't matter how wealthy you are. Start off with $100, start off with a couple thousand. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of upside, in my opinion. But when we're talking about getting people in, getting influencers in, getting different segments of people in, yeah, getting some real estate millionaires would pump the price of HEX way higher. All it takes is one guy putting in $1 million to make up for, 1,000 guys putting in $1,000. Think about that. That's really the math. It's like, would you rather try to get 1,000 people to put in $1,000 or one guy to put in $1 million? Let's shoot for the bigger dogs. Let's carry ourselves more professionally, and we're doing a great job. 90% of you guys are doing a fantastic job. But you're not going to get to those heavy hitters if you don't carry yourself a little more responsibly. So, be careful when you're on Twitter. It's a public forum. What you say is literally just a public space. It's a public domain. So how you carry yourself matters. How you act matters. What you say matters. And I know 90% of you guys are like amazing, beautiful, awesome people. But if you feel like maybe I might be talking about you, I'm probably talking about you. Hi, boys. Hi, Arkexican. All right. Yeah, it's always just like the vocal minority of like our, the village idiots that just make us look bad. And it's, I understand there's thousands of people in HEX, thousands of people. You can't expect everybody to totally have their shit together. You know what I mean? But let's keep up the good work, guys. I love how many people are here. 225 people in the chat right now on a Saturday, choosing to spend your time with me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's read some quotes from Autism Capital. This is wild, guys. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Let me share my screen real quick. Screen. Share. Autism Capital. The most based citizen journalism in crypto. So based. I'm just going to read these and just react to them. Update on FTX hack. There are rumors that Kraken has found the FTX attacker. Oh yeah, somebody had a backdoor into FTX and was funneling money out of it, allegedly trying to, hopefully pay some people off. Allegedly, a lot of the Bahamians, the people in Bahamas, were actually paid back because they had the most likely chance to actually go postal, if you know what I mean. Possible data point entry that FTX solvency issues have gone back as far as mid-2021. Okay. This book tells the story of Jesse Livermore, a high leverage trader. He would continually lose everything, then make it back. He went completely bust and committed suicide. Oh no. This is helpful in understanding the psychology of the FTX risk threshold. Yeah, it's trading, guys. What other thing out there? What other profession do you know where people actually commit suicide? There's not many, and trading is one of them. So please don't trade. Please don't trade. I really don't want that for any of you. The amount of time someone is talking about building is directly proportional to the fear they're feeling in that moment and the size of their bags. I disagree with that. Building is really the best thing to do. I'm building my YouTube channel right now. Interesting that people are speculating that he's trying to escape to Buenos Aires. Hey, we got a subscriber in the, thank you for the sub, Jean Remy Osorio. I hope I said that right. Anonymous thoughts by Sam Trabucco. Oh yeah, this guy, Sam Trabucco, he was, what was he? I guess he worked for FTX. He had a big ego. He talked about a boat. He said that he doesn't even know if he believes in crypto, but it doesn't matter because he trades volatility. Wow. guy working at a crypto company that doesn't even believe in crypto. He was run by traders for traders, guys. They're not us. They're the enemy. They're not your friend. All right. Joe Lewis really does look like he worked at Alameda. Lol. Insiders claim that Sam Bankman's still in Nassau. That's the Bahamas, guys. He's in the Bahamas. FTX has been taken over by the Royal Bahamian Police, liquidators, and Sam Bankman-Fried and his daddy, Joe Bankman, all have been meeting. Wow. Calling in daddy to come save you. There is speculation that the upgrade from Serum, so Solana, a lot of DeFi on Solana might be compromised now because they might have ties to the FTT token and all that stuff, maybe even backdoors from FTX. God knows, guys. God knows. I wouldn't touch Solana with a 10-foot pole. Not that I ever did, but now I wouldn't touch it with a 20-foot pole, even longer pole. Reuters and The Block confirmed that FTX had a backdoor and could move funds between FTX and Alameda without triggering internal audits or accounting. Damn, guys. Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison said that she, Mr. Bankman-Fried, and 2 other FTX executives were aware of the decision to send customer funds to Alameda. Oh, so she admitted it. This one is so wild. An insider source shares the alpha on stimulants. Stimulants were highly advised. I don't know if this is true. I don't even know if this is true, guys, but goddamn, it makes for some interesting drama. Sam would literally give an orientation on stimulants and would describe which would do that. He told them to give them all a try and see which works best and which they felt most productive on. So new hires were getting stimmed up. They're getting methed up, boys. Sam used a patch for designer stimulants that mainlined them into his blood and gave him a constant buzz all the time. That reminds me of some John McAfee level type stuff. Remember he was on some experimental designer drugs or whatever? Crazy if true. But, I don't necessarily want to get all my advice from a guy named Autism Capital posting screenshots. Like I don't have any sources other than the fact that this guy says sources. Sources say, okay. I don't want to just tell you guys this is all true. But at the same time, Elon Musk's reaction to meeting SBF. Let's listen to this one. I've never heard this.
Ignis reported. So on. What was that like?
Well, there really wasn't any SBF Twitter coverage. To be honest, I've never heard of him. But then, like a ton of people were telling me he's got, huge amounts of money that he wants to invest in Twitter deal. And I talked to him for about half an hour, and I don't know, my bullshit meter was redlining. So I was like, this dude is full of shit. That was my impression.
Wow.
And so then I was like, but everyone, including major investment banks and everyone were saying,
wow.
We're talking about him like he's like
Elon Musk's bullshit meter was going off. He claimed he thought SBF was full of shit when he talked to him regarding putting some money into Twitter. My God, that is
walking
awesome.
on water and has $1 zillion. And I'm like, that's not my impression. And my prediction to the investment banks, which some of it is in, but you've seen on text because it was in a court case, was that that dude is there's something wrong, and he does not have capital, and he will not come through. That was my prediction.
Wow.
And that is definitely what happened. So I don't know.
Elon wins again.
Yeah.
I have a question here.
Wow. Okay. That's wild. That is out of control. My God. All right. Let's see. Tether begins blacklisting the FTX attackers USDT. Okay, interesting. Galloway's Capital lost half of their money. Yeah, these are what I mean by all these hedge funds. Anybody connected to them that had money on their exchange, they're all dead. They're all done for. Beeple took this opportunity to go ahead and cash in on this whole thing. Good for you, Beeple. This really feels like an exit scam or a couple of tenured devs saying, fuck it, let's burn it all down. Yeah, could be. This has to be an inside job. There's no way anybody could have root access. Yeah, so FTX's own platform is being hacked by probably insiders that just want their money out. That's wild. It's not likely to be a regulator. It's done too sloppily. Someone is moving quickly. Wow. Someone might just be taking all the money at the exchange. One of the senior devs might just be running away and faking his death or something. We might have another Quadriga type thing on our hands. Things have died down for the moment. There was something about how they all had some kind of love triangle or whatever. I don't know, guys. It's probably all that. A lot of that stuff is just a lot of that stuff might be unfounded. But yeah, wild to hear about the BS meter for sure, for sure. Okay, guys, we're at an hour. We're at an hour. Any questions, or do you want me to head off here? I would not touch Solana with Richard's poll. Sam tried so hard to look dorkish when he was just stupid. Oh, yeah. It's easy to dunk on him from the grave. Crackheads, the lot of them. Cranksgiving right around the corner. Sexy Caroline, yikes. I'd like to see your 9-year stake. Do you have it recorded? No, dude. Show me your wallet. I don't show you guys my money. Will 2 million PulseX be enough for financial freedom? Well, I don't know about that, man. 2 million times 0.0001. Let's see. We have 2 million PulseX. That's about $200 worth. So if it does 1,000x, you'd be left with 200,000. I guess depending where you live, that could be life-changing. Could easily be life-changing. You just got to wait, though. How long are you going to hold it for? You're going to hold it for 2 years, or are you going to try to sell it after a week? A lot of people are going to try to sell it after a week when they don't get their overnight millionaire success story. You know what I mean? When's the next Vegas convention? Don't know. I hope it's more informal, though. Because conventions are cool and all, but they cost a lot of money, a lot of organization. I'm a big fan of regular meetups where we just do fun stuff. Everybody just pays for their own plane ticket and we just meet up, film it, have some good content out of it. That's the most fun anyway. No suits, no business cards, none of that stuff. I wouldn't expect anything like 10,000x with PLS. I wouldn't expect anything at all. True. I wouldn't even have any expectations if I were you. Set your expectations to the absolute bottom. That's right. The lower your expectations are, the happier you're going to be when they're exceeded. I'm hoping for a Vegas meetup fall 2023. That'd be cool. Hey, someone's got to set it up though. I'm following the KSB.TV guys a little bit, so I'll be in San Diego. I'll be maybe on the cruise. I'm going on the cruise whenever that is. The less disappointed one will be. That's right, Hex Huddle. That's right. Win PulseChain. SJ, how are you feeling? Everyone getting their licks in. Yeah, that's right, Franklin. Well, guys, I don't see much in the chat, so I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. Guys, crypto's not dead. Crypto is alive and well. And by crypto, I mean real crypto. Crypto the way it was supposed to be. Real DeFi, decentralized protocols. Okay? Don't fall for the FUD, but don't hold your coins on exchanges either, because that's not FUD. That's always been a risk. Crypto is extremely volatile. The price you pay for the mad gains is extreme volatility. You're in the highest appreciating asset class of all time. And the price you must pay is 95% drawdowns occasionally, every couple of years. Prices come and go, guys, but they always come back. All right. Goodbye. Good vibes, everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a fan-fucking-tastic weekend. I hope I don't get kicked off of YouTube for saying naughty words. Sorry for the naughty words. Bored? Read the HEX PLS disclaimers. Yeah. If you want to read some cool legalese. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.